Patriots of New Hampshire have had enough of the communist agenda over here in Exeter. They had all the chairs spaced out, but we're standing together. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're not being fair. We're not going to use it. Give it to somebody else. Let us speak. Let us speak. Let us speak. You're not being fair. You are friends. Let us speak. 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 You work for us. You work for us. We pay taxes. You work for us. We pay taxes and pay your salary, and you are teaching our children Marxism. That is incredible. How dare you? How dare you teach our children to hate America? How dare you? How dare you? We love America. We are proud to be Americans. And how dare you call yourself Americans or patriots when you teach our children to hate America? How dare you? How dare you?
Folks, if I could speak, I would appreciate it.
If we could speak, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you for turning the microphone. I appreciate that. So we are going to open up the floor for public comments. We are going to, because of the number of people here, and see everybody an equal opportunity to share their thoughts. We're going to limit public comment to 2 minutes. Again, that's for your benefit, so that everybody that wants to speak something has the opportunity to do that. So if you could please step up to the...
So my name is Alicia Houston. I'm a parent advocate in New Hampshire. I am here to stand with and for the New Hampshire children here in Exeter.
Alicia, what town are you from? I'm sorry.
Nashua.
So we ask you residents of this.
Okay, that's perfect. So one key takeaway that I have is that I've heard a number of times that you've mentioned that they are customers. Now, the definition through the Webster Dictionary of a customer is one that buys goods and services as a store or business. I'm standing in front of you today. Each one of you, elected officials, have interpreted your role incorrectly. Not only are the parents and children and taxpayers not your customers, they are in fact your employer. As a courtesy reminder, the wants and needs of your community members, you work for them. It is time that those of you sitting here today that were elected to serve at the pleasure of your constituents are here. We are here. With their support, we stand as one, and you work for them. Do your jobs.
Yeah.
Marianne Casey, Brentwood, New Hampshire. What I need you to know is that just because we started a movement for school choice, that's all we did, and the members of the group that started that, with myself, do not make us villains. Doesn't make us your enemy. We are not your enemy. We are the same humans in this community that carpool, rally for a sick child, are there when a parent passes, or stop at a roadside if somebody's having car trouble. We as humans in this district have lost our way. When did that happen? And I look at all of you. When did that happen? When did having an opinion that freedom renders us make us enemies? We've all lost our way. When did speaking up for what we believe is good and moral and right for our own children make us enemies? we've lost our way? When did our school board, who literally exists to be the voice of the parents, when did you decide to ignore the will and the goals and the wishes of the majority of parents you serve? When? You've lost your way. When did canceling, not fairly representing all parents, in some fashion become the norm? You've lost your way.
Marianne, thank you so
When?
much.
I'm not finished. I got another.
understand.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get everybody.
When did the modicum of decency not be afforded the taxpaying parents of this district? You've lost your way. You are here to represent us. You're here to be entrusted with what is best for all children, all of our children. No need to get into the nitty-gritty of the past year. We all know it. We all lived it. All children were not represented. A small minority of a small minority of the children were represented. The rest of the 10,000 parents in this district were shut down, canceled, and tossed a bone with an embarrassing Q&A session over Zoom. Is what we got all year long. Okay? And for the record, New Hampshire has never, ever followed CDC guidelines as a mandate. They are recommendations. And lest we forget our motto, okay? They have been recommendations and local control has always been. What you've done to lock down, isolate, and mask our children for over a year with the lowest transmission rates, data and science proving children are not the demographic most attacked. You chose to ignore the facts and continually abuse our children. You lost your way. Quarantining is locking down the sick. Tyranny is locking down the helpless. And whether you've read the small print in your oath as a school board member, you're liable. You're legally liable. Okay? So whether you read that small print or not, that's on you. But you're liable for our kids and the decisions you make. My hope is that decisions for the upcoming school year, with this year behind us, are made with all children in mind, not just a small minority. Remember, tyranny is locking down the healthy. On a personal note, Kim Meyer, you're standing in this community.
Well, you're going to have to ask you to stop.
Your role
As a board member is totally inappropriate. You're speaking to
your role in reputation in the community, your leader. We needed more from you and you failed us.
But again, all the time
need more from you and you failed us.
The decisions made by this board isolated and denied the social and emotional development and learning of children in this district. That would have been provided with the help of their peers in an educational setting. The children's community of support, if you will, has been denied. There were at least 4 surveys sent last summer asking parents to commit their child to in-person or remote learning. More than 75%, I think it's now 83%, of this community voted to in-person learning. And this school board denied the request of the majority. The suicide rates across the country combined are more than the deaths from COVID in this age group. I repeat, more children have died by suicide than getting and recovering from COVID. Thank you, Sean. In our school district alone in the past year, there have been 4 attempted suicides. And that is only the number from public information. I hope there's not more. I asked members of the school board, what have you done while children have been suffering from a myriad of mental health issues through their social isolation that you approved? Certainly the children's district have not thrived and flourished with your poor decision in regard to their well-being. In fact, you have only made decisions masked in fear and have been to no benefit of our children. The medical system for mental health in our community is so backloaded with children seeking psychological help and haven't been able to see a local provider. They are not accepting new patients. In the month of June 2021, there were 32 kids within the Medicaid program boarding at ER hospitals waiting for inpatient psychiatric beds. Pre-COVID, these numbers were more manageable in the single digits. A local counselor, Ben Hilliard, stated that merely reopening the schools will not cure what has been imposed on them. In my words, our children deserve better than what you have decided on their behalf. Why did it take until April 2021, almost 13 months after this began, for the district to send out resources for supporting parents and caregivers? I would hope that you are also addressing the stress and trauma that your teaching staff has endured through all these months. Why is school staff at certain campuses just now getting training to recognize signs of suicide? How will that help children who will now be on summer break not in school? I want to remind the school board that you are in elected positions and you should be voting for the majority of this community. That means setting aside your personal beliefs and fears and representing what is in the best interest of our children. You can do better, and we are counting on you that you will. And my son will be delivering the marks from the students in this district.
Woo!
Hey, I'm Pat Barney from Strive. I just have a question to the chair. All of these questions and all these concerns, you're saying that this board can't make any decisions. So when is it my understanding that tomorrow night, is that the right night to come?
So tomorrow night is the cooperative board meeting, which again is Exeter High School, Cooperative Middle School, SST, and Exeter Adult Ed. So that is that district meeting, which is tomorrow evening. I don't have the schedule for all the other local district boards, but it's on the website. We have to get it for you. Each individual district has their.
But I'm trying to, maybe I'll ask this question.
Mine's over there, buddy.
I'm going to ask a question of the superintendent.
Well, Pat, everything
All of these
to
questions.
share, and then any questions that we need, I'll address these back here.
What meeting should these people come to be heard? That
We're certainly hearing you now.
This guy's a swamp.
But again, each district has their own meeting, so they can show up to Marshall Co-op. So any one of the towns, residents from the districts can meet at the co-op. Brentwood has a meeting, Stratton has a meeting, Exeter has all the elementary districts have their meetings. So
Let the young man speak.
It doesn't matter. The light's over there.
Sir, if you can give us your name and the town you're from, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
I am Campbell Sanderson. I'm a Exeter. I'm a current sophomore at Exeter High School. I'm Campbell Sanderson. I am a current sophomore in Exeter High School, and I am from Exeter. I am here on behalf of all my fellow students. I represent all of them. It is an honor to be speaking for all my fellow students. I feel like it's really important to have me here. I have some quotes from my fellow students within the district of how they feel about masks. This is from a first grader. He's male. Masks are pretty dumb. It doesn't affect the kids. His parents even remarked that their son has avoided any activity where he has to wear a mask to it. I feel like this really represents the idea that we don't need these masks. Kids don't even want to go to activities that have these masks, like mandated to be worn. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's right. This is from a grade 10, so my grade. We are vaccinated if we want to be no more masks. This is from an 11-year-old fifth grader. First of all, I don't like anything about wearing a mask. It's hard to breathe, and when it's hot, it's like torture. I can't breathe. How do you think she feels wearing that mask? 9-year-old third grader. It's hard to breathe, and I feel like I'm going to be in trouble if I pull it down to breathe the fresh air that I require to live. 15-year-old 10th grader, another one from my grade. At the beginning of last year, I didn't mind the mask because we did not know what was happening with COVID. Now, it's just not necessary. Having to wear it during the week of 90+ degree weather and outside was torture. Another torture victim of wearing this mask. This is from a junior at high school. It's been a year and it's over. Why do we have to wear a mask at school when there's no mandate and I don't wear one at work?